Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are, whenever you are. Thank you for watching this Sunday show, live show with we got a special guest, Crypto Kid. How you doing, man?
I'm doing good, man. Can't complain. In Dubai, chilling.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's all
It's
good.
all good. It's all good. And we have Mr. M, Mr. M's podcast, right? You definitely have to check out Mr. M and Crypto Kid. You have your own channel, don't you? A little kid's channel.
You asked for this, Da Vinci. Let me see where the video is. Hold on. I warned you. I warned
You
you.
posted that story, aren't you?
I warned you, Da Vinci. Let me see where that video is. Hold on a second. Hold on a sec. Is this Da Vinci with a milkshake? What? Isn't he exercising every day? I don't know what's going on there.
Damn.
I love
I
it. He's
warned him. I
keeping.
said if you joke about my age again, it's going up. I told you.
Oh,
I love it. You have it in your phone with you, just in case, you know.
exactly.
Yep.
Oh, damn. It's a good day. Good day. But even though, you know what, Bitcoin, it is going to collapse, it's going to be sad. I don't know how Crypto Kid's going to manage, right? Because he's only been through one cycle.
True.
Really? This
Yep.
You're not old enough for that.
I was actually I first got into crypto in the 2020 cycle, so 2019, 2020, and I was 12 years old.
This is their second
Wow.
cycle. So yeah. So you
Yeah,
only went
exactly. Two
one.
cycles.
You only
Well,
went
yes, this is the second cycle I'm going through. Yeah.
Yes. So
Yeah.
I was right. Only
Yes.
one. Right. So are you scared? Are you scared?
I would be very scared. I would probably cry and be very miserable, and question my life and go to university. That's probably what I would do.
Oh damn. Wow. Alrighty. 12 years old. Yes, I remember. He was hanging with
There's
us
a
when he was
picture.
12.
I'll find it now.
True. It's true. It's true. And yeah, you'll have that picture. So yeah. That was a while back.
The meetup in Dubai.
Dude, that
Yeah,
was
you know.
2021. Holy moly. Okay,
Mhm.
here it is. I need to do a before and after. Okay, so this is, yeah, there you go. We were wearing masks still.
I
Back at
know. There it is.
Wow.
the camera's gonna zoom in.
There you
Wow.
go. There you go.
Yeah. And you know what?
Really punky there. A little punk.
Funny story. Funny story. So this was the first meetup I went to, and I was 12 or 13. I told my mom the night before there was only a few people I was watching in crypto, Da Vinci and Carl and Tone Vase, and I was like, "Mom, tomorrow morning, which was a Sunday, and you were doing the meetups very early. I think it was 8 a.m. you were holding it." And I was
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
"Mom, tomorrow 8 a.m. There's this guy called Da Vinci, and he has this conference, and I want to go." And my mom was like, "What do you mean? You're a kid. Nobody's gonna let you in." So I actually DM'd you on Instagram saying, "Hey, Da Vinci, do you let kids into your conference?" But you never answered, of course.
No,
But
because I've had too many people.
of course, right? Of course. So I took the chance, and it was the best thing I've done because I met you guys, and I offered to Da Vinci, "Hey, Da Vinci, I want to work for you." And then you forward me. I think you said, "Yeah, you can play Axie Infinity for me," something like this.
No
Yeah,
way.
yeah, I remember. And then I texted the guy who sent me, and he's like, "Oh, sorry, because you're under 18, you can't work for us." And I was very upset. So
Oh man, too bad. Yes,
uh,
I remember that now. Yes.
yeah, it is what it is.
I remember
Oh
also meeting
wow.
you. I remember because there was a meetup and I was there with Da Vinci. We were about to go on stage, and I remember you coming in, and I remember. I'll never forget. It's beautiful.
Yeah, those were the days, man. Those were the days. Back in the
Yeah.
day.
Anyways, let's go over pay some bills here, right? Let's talk about Margex. Margex is an exchange, right? You tell
Exactly.
them all about it.
Yeah, if you guys want to trade with no KYC, no VPN, no shenanigans, nice and easy, super easy sign up, you can do so by clicking in the links down below. There's going to be a DaVinci 20 code that if you use, you get 20% bonus on any deposit. Super cool.
Yeah, awesome, awesome. And also, this has been brought to you by coinw.davincij15.com. You can sign up, you could win up to 3,000, actually $30,000. And also, we have this private group, right? That only people who sign up under my link can join and see what we're trading and how we're trading and so forth. So check that out and also get some support. All right. With that said, make sure you head over to Crypto Kids channel and hit, oh, look at that. Subscribe, right? Hit the go
Is
button.
covered by our cameras, so
Right?
you
Wait,
dodge
Da
you
Vinci
dodge
go.
the
did not
bullet. You,
subscribe?
Let's do that again.
What?
you
Right?
dodge the
No.
bullet.
What do you?
And now,
Okay,
and
okay, okay.
then it's like that. It's like that. There we go. There we go. It's like
Thank
that.
you. Thank
Boom.
you.
Boom.
You know, my most successful video is a replica of yours. I said buy Bitcoin, buy just 0.1 Bitcoin to get rich, and it worked. So guys, if you copy Da Vinci, then you'll be successful.
There you
That's
go.
the moral of the
There you
We
story.
go.
have a success formula.
I have to do
Mr.
one
M
myself.
podcast. Make sure you head over to Mr. M's podcast and subscribe as well. It's an
Thank you.
awesome. We have an awesome what's it called, debate with um, gold versus Bitcoin. But speaking of debates, right? Since we're talking about that, we might as well jump to our debate with XRP, right? We're gonna have a debate with somebody in the XRP camp, because honestly, I always talk about how XRP is not the future. It shouldn't be even considered a cryptocurrency, and yada yada yada, right? So let's debate about that. Let's debate about the technology. Why I think the technology is a trap. Basically, it's like the Federal Reserve 2.0, right? And so, and I want to compare that, contrast that with Bitcoin, and we'll like to have that debate. And yeah, you can. We can throw stones at each other's technologies for Bitcoin versus XRP, but let's keep it civil not between each other, right? Throw stones at our different soft products, right? I know I made Bitcoin, and I can understand that this guy Matt Hamilton, right, could feel a little bit sour, right? Because if somebody talks bad about Bitcoin, I'd want feel like they're attacking me, and if I talk bad about XRP, I feel like he'll feel like he's being attacked personally, but that's not the case, right? Just because you made XRP doesn't mean I'm actually talking bad about you. I'm just talking about the product itself, right? So. Right?
Yeah, that makes sense. I like what you said. I mean, we can super keep it like at the end of the day, the message is positive anyway. It's just people talking. I don't know if debate is the right word, but it's people conversating over technology, right? So it's going to be
Exactly.
good. So you guys have, if you want to vote, you have a couple of days. Go over on my Twitter account and pick the one you wish. By the way, those 4 have been picked because of in the comments, most of you already tagged them in. So then I've selected 4 of the most tagged people, and you guys can then select the one you want. So it's going to be epic.
So, Crypto Kid, are you too scared to talk about XRP? What do you think about XRP?
I take the 5th.
You plead
No comment.
No comment. No comment. Good one. Good one. I could see your point, because the XRP army can be a little scary. Right?
No, I think the XRP army is amazing.
I mean, at the end of the day, if anyone, to be honest, guys, I don't know if you agree with me, but if anyone is selling fiat to buy crypto, that's it. We're in the same game. Doesn't matter, right?
Yep, I
Well,
agree.
Yeah, I guess. Yes, if you want to say that, right? So sign up. Also, if for this debate, it's going to be on Mr. M's podcast. So if you want to see this, you better hit the subscribe, right? Better sign up, or else you're going to miss out. Okay. Whew, with that said, boy, crypto
What's happening, Da
on the
Vinci?
cusp
What's
of a
happening?
major price shock. Man, Jesus. I normally I don't agree with Forbes. I'm hoping that this is like wrong. That I'm praying that this is like, this is how, usually these guys, they do the opposite. They say the opposite that's coming. And I'm feeling that this time they might be right. I'm hoping they're not right. I'm hoping. But there's so many indications that there's a big movement downwards coming. And it's unfortunate. We don't want to see that. We want to see only up days only. But that's not the way the market works, right? We did have a run up before the normal Bitcoin cycle. Usually we have the beginning run ups now would be the starting case. We'd have the gunshot starting case at this point, but we had it earlier. We had it in January, right? And so we have to accept that there could be some pain for that early run up, right? What do you think about that, Crypto Kid?
I think the pain that I think that it's completely correct that we should receive some sort of punishment for pumping above the all-time high before the halving event. But I think that that punishment is already being given to us by the downwards consolidation that we're seeing. So in contrary, I believe that the punishment has already been received, and I see a beautiful bull flag on the weekly time frame. And I think that in 2025, probably Q1, Q2, we could see a Bitcoin which is at $102,000, and that is the 1.618 Fibonacci that you pointed out last time. So I think the punishment is over, per se, and I think that it's looking up only.
Yeah, I'll show people that 1.68 Fibonacci if you've missed it. So shortly, but let's just talk about what this is. Bitcoin has dropped back to the Federal Reserve's chairman. Jerome Powell sent the prices soaring last week. So he sent the prices soaring somehow because he signaled, "Hey, we're gonna print money," right? And the Bitcoin price climbed to 65K per Bitcoin after the Fed Chair Powell signaled interest rates cuts is all but certain in September, setting up a golden opportunity. Well, now as Bitcoin prices languish at around 60K, and one rival cryptocurrency suffers huge crash, an analysis Jesus, are now betting a fresh injection of liquidity by the Fed will put the Bitcoin and crypto market on a cusp of major move. Well, major move, they mean up. Unfortunately, this is Forbes, right? That doesn't usually bold, meaning that, yeah, I better hit the buy button, right? Because that's the average person reading this, right? But the reality is, everything points to a downward movement, right? And so you can see that in the outflows. You explain it to them. Mr. M, explain this sad chart to them.
So this is sad. I mean, it depending on how you look into the data. Okay, so you can see on the complete right column, you can see some red numbers. So 27th of August, you can see 127 million outflows. So meaning all those beautiful ETF have been selling, right? You can see on the 28th, they sold over 100 million. On the 29th, something happened, which is extremely concerning. So you will see the first number on the left says 13.5. That means that BlackRock, for the second time in history, decided to sell. Now, equally, if you go up on the 26th of August, you can see they bought 224 million. So they basically sold 5%, right? On a few days later. So again, if you cherry pick the data, you can say, oh man, it's really bad. BlackRock has been selling Bitcoin, but it only happened twice. And a few days before, they bought 224 million. So that's all right. They can sell 13, right? And by the way, the ETF has been launched since January 11 and is now September 1st. And only twice BlackRock has been selling Bitcoin. So overall, the outflow is negative. You can see the 4 days negative on the right side. But we've seen 8 days positive inflow before. So again, depending on which data you want to cherry pick, is signaling a bad moment or a bad phase. That's for sure. We will see more outflows. Yeah, most likely. But
Can I give the hopium, guys? Can
go
I
for
give
Yeah,
it.
the hope?
please give
Go
me
for
some
it.
hope. Give me
Yeah,
some hope.
give it to us, man.
Yeah,
So
we
I'll
need
tell
it.
you this from what I understand, because I did a lot of research on this when the ETF first came out, and I spoke to my friend at Bloomberg, who he's apart from James, I spoke to a couple of other guys who look at ETFs extensively, and they say that inflows and outflows really don't change markets at all. Of course, us seeing negative outflows is terrible, right? Psychologically, and when the ETFs first came out, we got impacted by that psychological speculation of the vast outflows from Grayscale. But the reality of the situation is the inflows and outflows don't really impact the market directly. Um, so I think that yes, the ETFs are going to see outflows, but if you compare it to the percentage increase in price and the inflow you receive from the ETF, and when Bitcoin dumps and you see an outflow, the outflow to inflow ratio is very low. So let's say Bitcoin pumps 5%, you're going to get $500 million in, perhaps. And if Bitcoin dumps 5%, you're going to see $100 million out. So the ratio is fantastic. But I think that it's okay, and I really don't think things are going in a bad direction. My only concern, like Da Vinci pointed out, is the rate cuts and what's going to happen to the market after that. But apart from this, I think Bitcoin is looking fantastic.
Nice. And
Yeah, well, I
sorry
hear you.
sorry to jump
Sorry.
in quickly. Some people are saying X is laggy. You can go on YouTube. I think there might be some problem with X because people on YouTube seems to see the stream okay. So if you don't mind, if you see it's laggy, you can choose to go and watch it on YouTube. It might be better. Sorry, Da Vinci, we need to cut you off.
Yeah, also, this is available on Rumble. So if you type in rumble.davincij15.com, there's another way to rumble.davincij15.
And the channel is gone on YouTube.
I know. And there it is. We're there live as well. So
Nice.
check us out on Rumble as well. Okay. Wow. Well, so here's the thing, right? I want to see Bitcoin go up, but look at this. Look at this. It's like Ethereum, 3 monthly candles, right? And the last one was 20%, 22%. What do you think about that, Crypto Kid?
Okay,
What
so
can we take from this?
I think the reason why we're seeing Bitcoin pumping and altcoins, including Ethereum, suffering a lot is the amount of debt individuals have. So, Mr. M, I'm sharing something that could be helpful to explain, and that is the credit card debt in 2021 and the savings rate in 2021 compared to what it is today. So altcoins are, unlike Bitcoin, primarily driven by the retail, right? There is no institutions that go into a lot of the altcoins. And if we look at the amount of savings individuals had in 2021, which was the top of the bull market, and also this is the first half of the bull market in 2020, you can see that the amount of savings individuals had was at an all-time high. And credit card debt was at all-time lows comparatively since 2015 or 2017. So it would make sense that people had a lot of pocket change to go ahead and go into Wall Street bets and say that we like the stock and pump GME or buy Dogecoin, etc. Because people had money to spare to go and gamble into these things. Whereas if you go to 2024, credit card debt is at a record high, savings rates are at a record low. So people need to save their money to buy things that they need to survive, and they don't have spare change to go into altcoins. And I think this is the biggest reason why we will probably not see altcoin season follow right after Bitcoin, surpasses prior all-time high with the confirmation. I think this time it is going to be different. Fred Krueger believes that we won't see an altcoin season at all, but this I don't believe. I just think it's going to take some time. Now that they're printing money and money supply is going up again, this should hopefully be fixed. But just wait until 2025. I think that is when the altcoin season is going to be kicking in. And in the meantime, Ethereum, incredibly cheap. AVAX, Matic, so many of the top altcoins are trading for dirt cheap. And if you buy now and hold for 24 months, I think these are easy 3, 4, 5x opportunities that you can take low risk on with high market cap altcoins.
Interesting. I think that you're right. This looks pretty accurate. There's very few people who are here in the crypto space as it was in 2021 at this point in time. Most likely because of the high debt levels and low savings levels. And on top of that, I've noticed that there's a lot of people who want to bet on meme coins, because they can put a very small amount of money into a meme coin and see an increase in their wealth if they catch the right one. So that's everybody's just basically gambling on the meme coins, when there's other, right, we could say that there's other coins with higher probability of upside, right? But the upside is not huge, maybe another 5x, maybe another 10x at best, right? And that's good enough for somebody with savings, right? To say, okay, well, I've got 100K, I would like to see that 5x, so that's a 500K. That's a significant amount. But if you only got $10, right, 5x is, what's that going to do for you, right?
And
So
that's
that's
the
why.
average amount that people buy into meme coins. It's not like thousands of dollars. They put in $1,000, $500, and I think you're completely right, because in a time of depression, people try to find the easiest way they can make a lot of money, and meme coins are the gateway.
Exactly. And so that's why you're seeing a lot of people screaming about their meme coin in the chat group right now. And we'll talk about meme coins shortly. But first, let's talk about let's go back to my screen and talk about the weekly ETF recap. Right, Bitcoin sees massive outflows, minimum demand from Ethereum. It's unfortunate, right? This is when the ETF came. Right, I saw that the Ethereum ETF, we're going to see it come back down the price, just like we saw with Bitcoin. But the good news is, once this comes to an end, wait, right? You can see this is really sad. But once the sadness ends, it's going to make you remember how Ethereum had a day where it was like the volume was like insane. Do you remember that day?
It was
It was the day they
the
announced
entire market cap of Solana. You guys remember? In one
Yeah.
day. Yep.
That
remember.
will be the days that you're going to see in Ethereum as it blows out, right? Going forward, because that's coming, right? They have to bring these prices down because institutions need to buy this, and they can't buy with you buying it with it going higher. They have to buy it going down, and so that's because that's how they get size, right? With you selling it, because for every buyer, there has to be a seller. And if you don't sell, they can't buy. Right? It's pretty straightforward, right?
Yeah,
So-
and also, like you said, CryptoKid, in the beginning, like if you look into the ETF for Bitcoin, in the beginning, nothing happened. Like it took a little bit to warm up. Actually, Grayscale sold aggressively. So maybe for Ethereum, it's going to happen the same thing. Now the demand is not as attractive as we want, but it's going to take time to warm up. And those ETF machines are going to start selling to their clients. We were showing on the Moon Show, like you said, Google searches on Bitcoin are super low. So there is no retail, but maybe some retail is going through. The ETFs coming in, and September statistically is not a great time. We all know if you want to see price appreciation. But I just want to throw a bell curve there. I mean, what if everyone is expecting a bad September? Could it be that we see indeed a green September? I mean, is it too crazy to say that Bitcoin does the opposite of what everyone thinks?
Here's what. If they were saying, if this said that crypto's on the cusp of a major price shock down, and they meant down, right?
Yep.
That would mean for sure there's something coming.
They're
Positive.
going up. Yeah.
So, anyways, I want to talk about this not because it's like you should. The Canadian court orders a man to repay 1.2 million in Bitcoin loan dispute. Right. So this is an interesting article because the judge dismisses Tam's defense, emphasizing that the case revolved around a basic contract law principles requiring Tam to repay the loan regardless of his alleged victimization. Okay, so basically, Tam was a victim of a scam. The court rejected Tam's multiple arguments and attempts to keep the proceedings confidential. Both men report significant losses, but with Tam saying he lost billions and now working at Havoc to make ends meet. Well, here's the thing, right? Please, guys, do not invest your bitcoins, right? Because this is what happened probably. This guy, the one guy who has the bitcoins, loaned it to another guy, right? To increase his wealth, right? That's wrong, right? Because this guy was trying to be greedy and wanted more, right? He had 1.2 million in Bitcoin and wanted more. And instead of just putting in his cold wallet and forget about it, right? Which is the right thing to do, he decided to give it to this guy to make some more. Wrong thing to do. You're already risking, right, on Bitcoin, which is not a risk, right? Because, Bitcoin will be the money. So it's zero risk, in my personal opinion, right? So you just need to be patient and wait, right? So this is what you're willing to do. You're willing to give your money to somebody else to make it increase and be patient and wait there. But you can't wait in just Bitcoin? Why? Why? Why?
I think there was a
Greed.
project, like a lot of our friend group, I forgot what it was called, but it was like some sort of, you gave your Bitcoin and you were staking it and you got a yield. I think a lot of people that we know lost a lot of money. But the thing is, right, with Bitcoin staking and any other staking product, you don't know how that APY is being given to you, right? And that's the issue. So if you have Bitcoin, in my opinion, like we saw with BlockFi, even BlockFi went down. With your Bitcoin, just don't put it anywhere, man. Just keep it. Keep it. It doesn't matter. And if you want to stake something, I mean, the
Mhm.
interest rates are still 5.25%. You can stake your dollars and you can invest, what you earn into Bitcoin. So
Yeah.
that's what I would say.
It's the greed, man. Because if you think, like you said, if you think about Da Vinci says Bitcoin goes on average 50% a year. Okay, so why you have to be greedy? Isn't that enough? Like you buy this thing, you keep custody of your thing, and you forget for 10 years. But people want things happening tomorrow. They will see faster places where some random dude won with a lottery and is gone millionaire with
Mhm.
$100, which is not the rule but the exception. And then the greed kicks in, and it's not enough. 50% a year is not enough, and then
Mhm.
everything goes down south.
Exactly. Exactly.
Just yeah, it's
Wow. Honestly, if, I'm not saying that you could do like staking. You shouldn't do with Bitcoin unless it's in place staking. What do I mean by that? There's some products out there that allows you to lock up your Bitcoin, right, in your own wallet, so that you can't spend it. You can only spend it in a future date. That's possible, and that's okay, right? Because even when the unlock occurs, you still have your Bitcoin, right? Because it's just locked in your own wallet. That's okay. But don't give it to somebody else to lock it. Whatever you do, don't do that. Right? That's it. Right? And so that's my take on that locking and so forth. So let's head over to the next gen corner. It is sad because you know what, with Bitcoin about to break down and things are like really low, it doesn't help the meme coin space at all. Um, we're seeing that everything is people are running out of each and every asset like crazy, and once we get through this, right, the meme coins will do well. I got one of my posts removed, and it was one of the old posts when I originally started talking about Orc and Peon. And it was a battle between the two, and then I realized that Peon, the people behind Peon were basically scamming, and this video was taken down. So I'm no longer supporting Peon Memecoin. Just so you know, if for those people who are out there, because the community leader was a scammer. He was trying to steal money from other people and so forth. So I had to like cut them off. And yeah, so I'm supporting Orc only, and they're saying that making unrealistic claims. Well, you know what? I'm going to make this is 100 million market cap for Orc. I think that's not an unrealistic claim. Do you?
It's not that far off. Is that what,
No.
10 now?
It's at 10. So
There you go. I mean, super possible. I mean, if you
exactly.
think about
So
10 now, where we are in the market, what happens when Bitcoin goes over 100,000? You know, what happens when altcoin season kicks in?
I'm gonna flash Instagram. I told you so, sure. Oh damn! All right, is there any questions for Crypto Kid or any of us in the audience there, so that we can get to those questions and so forth?
Let me go back to the face mode. I'm scanning the chat, guys. Not found much, to be honest. So if you have any questions, please use the chat and let us know. Loads of comments about a lag on X. So guys, you're welcome to go on YouTube and watch it over
Crypto
there.
Kid, are you dollar cost averaging into Bitcoin? Are you like being like Mike?
Yes, I am like Mike, and I am buying as much. Actually, I am. I don't. I only have enough cash to buy food and get a taxi. So everything else is in Bitcoin. All of it.
Nice. He's
Yeah.
like that the Bitcoiner picture. Let's just bring that up.
The
Bitcoiner.
Bitcoin Jesus. Okay, Melly is asking, what are the best profitable altcoins?
Mhm.
What do you guys think? Should we do a couple of each?
Bitcoiner. There it is. There it is. There it is. That's him right here. He's right. He's like, he's got a tie, robe. That's it.
I love it, dude.
I love the laser eyes. That's the only thing he has. That's it. What do you guys think are the best profitable altcoins? Should we do a couple of each? What do you think? Two each? One or two
Let's
each?
do two each.
Okay, best profitable altcoins.
Yes, Da Vinci. What do you think?
For
Medieval
what
Empires is
time
mine.
frame? What do you think but what time frame are we talking about?
Let's do 12 months.
Yeah, until the end of the cycle, let's say.
Let's say, yeah, end of the cycle, right? End of the Bitcoin cycle.
Okay.
You first, Crypto Kid.
Okay. The first one, I need to find the chart, but it's going to be no-brainer, Medieval Empires, because why do I say this? I actually know the team. So because I know the team, I know the amount of work they're putting into it, and I know that the target audience is massive with Engin, because every single person in East, South Asia, and Turkey included, love Ertuğrul. So when this game goes into public launch on the iOS app, I think it will get so much traction that people will be blown away. And on top of this, like gaming projects overall, I think it's the best way to bring and onboard the next billion people to crypto, because it is a real life solution where you can own your assets. Whatever money you invest into a game, you get to own that asset, and it will then have a monetary value. So any gaming project I'm pretty bullish on, but Medieval Empires in specific, because of its demographic, I like it. I like to play it very much even in beta. But once the full thing rolls out, I think it will be very, very large. So Medieval Empires is one that I have a lot of in my personal portfolio, and I couldn't find the chart. If I go to CoinMarketCap and share this, then we should be able to find it. It's very cheap. Like, I'll be honest with you, I think
I have it here. I mean, I brought it up. I showed people this chart right here on mine. You can see that you know what, it's at its lows, right? And there's at a support level here down here. That's the previous support level before we broke out. And I would call this my breakout, because I was pumping this like crazy in this one here. But But I really think that this is still a really good buy, and in fact, I'm going to ask them for an OTC buy, see if we can get some discounted coins, right?
Dude, I'll tell you this, like I'm a private investor, so I invested in the before the project was launched, and the price I got it for was around the price that we're currently trading at. So, if you, I think that's why it's such a great opportunity, because the current public price is similar to the seed and private price.
Exactly,
Um,
that's
and
true.
you know, as if you invest in a project early on, then you have a huge lockup. But now that the price is so close to the early stage investor price, then you can buy and you don't have to wait until you can sell the entire percentage of your portfolio. You can sell it at any point. And that's why I think it is pretty interesting to me right now. But yeah, Medieval Empires is one. And I can also tell you that from a large market cap perspective, I think Matic is another very good project that I believe will do very well, because a lot of gaming infrastructure is being built on Matic. And I think this is a lower risk one, and I do see Matic going back up to its all-time high near 2.6, $2.4. So this would give you a nice easy 5x in the current bull market from my perspective.
Awesome, awesome. So Matic and what's
Me.
it called?
Medieval Empires.
Medieval Empires is your. But I'm a little skeptic about Matic. Let's see. Let me take a look at if they have like a Matic wealth Matic. Okay, let's see what this says here. So we price it in dollars too. It's at 40 cents, right? And Matic was jumping, has collapsed, right? Let's just go to daily, weekly.
I have
Because
a theory here. I don't know if you agree, Da
it's
Vinci,
stuck
with me.
at a dollar like stable coin, and now it's fallen for quite some time. And I don't know what's going on, why this is. I'd have to do some more research on finding, because it just doesn't make any sense. It should be a lot higher, honestly, Matic.
Do you know what I think, Da Vinci? I don't know if you agree with me, but I think the reason why Matic is going down is because Solana has been pumping and it took away most of the market share, let's say.
Mhm.
But the question I have is, what would have happened to Solana if you take away meme coins?
Yeah, exactly. It wouldn't have been. It wouldn't be here right now. No.
Exactly. So for all, and by the way, nothing against, I have Solana in my portfolio, so I'm happy if Solana pumps. But all I'm saying is the amount of projects building on Solana is 90% meme coins. So that's why it pumped so hard. So what happened and meme coins, I don't think they will ever finish, by the way, but they will diminish. At some point, you will have company wanting to building, quote, other type of things. So then which chain are going to choose? Solana, Matic, Cardano, Avax, what kind of options? So I don't know. It's going to be an interesting one. I like Matic. I think they've done extremely well in the previous cycle. Like there was the NFT moment where you could see Starbucks announcing on Matic and all those big Nike, those companies. And then everything has gone into the grinder, and now Solana is stealing the scene. But Solana has a few problems, right? So
Yeah. And we could see
Solana
Solana
itself is a
break
problem, I
down
think.
for this short term. We can see Solana break down to $80. If we see a Bitcoin collapse as well in the next month or so. So be ready for that kind of like really bad situation happening across the board. It is what it is. Now, over the long term, it's a different scenario. I would go with you with saying Solana. I mean, it's going to be like from here, maybe anywhere between $600 to $800. It might even go beyond that and go over $1,000 and beyond my expectations. But if I am correct, let's just see if we do like a fibs channel here, do 4x from here. So yeah, there it is. So you can see around $4,000 is a possibility for Solana, right? From its previous all-time highs. Now, that is approximately 10x from here, and that's a decent rally for most the general for most the top 25% of population, but for the average person at the bottom, it's probably not the greatest. So if you want to take a gamble, right, I think that PayPay is a good one, but I really believe that my Orc and Waffles, which are now at the like some serious lows here, because I'm going to be supporting these heavy, and they're going to be a part of some other projects that I'm building in the future. You'll see like serious advantages as well. I think you can have a potential of 100x gain, right, by putting in small amounts of money in both Orc and Waffles. And so it is a risk, but I think I'm worth betting on.
Yeah, makes sense. I saved a bunch of questions. By the way, I would say I will keep it simple. I would say, of course, I have to say Chainlink because I'm a Chainlink Marine. But I wouldn't sleep on Ethereum because I think Ethereum is going to do extremely well. And I know now it seems doomsday and blood in the street and everything, but I think Ethereum is going to remind everyone who's silver of gold at some point. I have an interesting couple of questions here. So Thomas is saying, how low Bitcoin will go? What do you think? What's the lowest?
How low will Bitcoin go? Interesting.
The lowest.
Let's go to full screen and talk about that. How low Bitcoin will go? Well, I would guess if we were to have a flash crash, it would go to like anywhere between 42 to 37.
Okay. So
how about you, Crypto Kid? What do you think?
30s. Okay. Wow.
I would probably say the same. I think between 35 and 47 would be where I'm looking at.
Okay.
Wow.
Mr. M, any kind of guesses? If we were to have a flash crash, if
I struggle in thinking below 40, but there is a level there that we actually you both show me in different occasions. I was like, damn it, when two people are telling you two different messages pointing to the same number, it's like, okay, this is something. So yeah, I would like to say not under 40, but we could see a week down to 30 something. Yeah. And if that happens, guys, if I can, I'll sell everything. I'll go like Crypto Kid.
But I don't think this is happening. I don't think this will happen. I have to state this. I think we're going to go up from like 48, 47. I don't think we will go, probably not, hopefully not, but yeah, anything is possible.
Yeah,
Okay,
indeed.
So this is how we are right now with Bitcoin. Right now, just let me just show you.
Trade and pray.
Oh no, dude! At one point, I remember I was like getting my screen and I was just blowing the candle.
Yeah.
So it goes up.
That's
But look, if you're praying or if you're blowing your screen so that the candle goes up, then it means that you're probably overexposed into Bitcoin. That's what that means. I'll just tell you.
Some people are saying, well, now that we gave some perspective, when do you guys think we could actually see 40? Like if this happens or below whatever the numbers is going to happen in September, what's your time frame on that one?
My time frame for September collapse, I would say sometime after September 11th. Between then and the meeting, that Fed meeting, which would be on the 18th, I think it is.
17, 18, yeah. 17, 18.
So in that time frame, we'll see a massive collapse.
Okay. Do you agree, Crypto Kid? What's your take?
I don't know, man. Honestly, like it's just September. I think the meeting will be on the 18th of September. So when we're in Singapore, anything can happen. I honestly can't tell you. All I can pretty much guarantee you is that next year at this time, Bitcoin will be higher. That's it. In the short term, I'm honestly not sure.
Yeah, I can guarantee that too. This time next year, Bitcoin will be high.
I love that we have a message from God and it goes, I love everyone. It's really cool.
Thank you, God. I really
Yeah, we love
appreciate
you
that.
too.
We love you too.
I love this. Okay, so let's see. People are asking if altcoins are going to bleed. Well, yes, if Bitcoin drops, he's going to take everything down with it. So expect some blood in the street. Okay, so Da Vinci, where do you see super chat? Thank you, by the way. Where do you see Caspa in the next 10 years?
Well, I think Caspa has a good chance of doing well in the future. They are adding what's it called, Ethereum virtual machine, which I think that's a mistake. I think yeah, they should just focus on increasing the transaction throughput. They've managed to come up with a technology that I know it's only marginally better than Bitcoin, but it is better in a sense for cash transactions. So it is good, and they can really get. I think if they could just keep it the protocol the same. So when you download the software and you use the software today, it'll still work in the future. If they could just do that, um, then they will be on top, right? I think if they could just, the developer can just say, okay, well, I'm only gonna do soft forks, right? But he wants to do hard forks, right? Until he feels the software is ready. Well, guess what? As a developer, the software is never ready, right? I'm always wanted to make it better. I always want to make it even better than it is today, right? It is just ingrained in my nature, right? But the market wants something now, and it wants to use it. And when it comes to money, people don't want anything to change, because that means if there's a change, it could destroy their value, right? And that's my only angst with a Caspa, is that they are playing with fire when they change the protocol significantly. Now, can you say that Ethereum, they do that already, right? and and we have Vitalik, who's a super genius, but he knows he could make a mistake, and that would be that, right? They'd be struggling to fix it, right? So why put yourself in that position, right? Um, you don't want to have that kind of that risk, right? Personally, now we have cryptocurrencies that haven't had any problems, like Ethereum, like I don't know, Matic, like Binance Smart Chains, that have major changes to them. Yes, I agree. I agree. But we also have had chains like, I don't know, the Ton, Solana. There was another one. There was another chain that was, I forget what his name is, but anyways, it had a totally different type of protocol, and it went down for days. So I mean, these are the risks you are taking, right? When you make these major changes. So, but again, in 10 years, I think you have a high risk, high probability, a highest probability of a high value asset, owning a high value asset when Caspa is the bottom line.
Okay. I don't know, to be honest, much about Caspa. So, yeah, but you said it super well. So I don't know anything about it, to be honest. There is way too many altcoins, and I'm not
Yeah,
an
yeah,
altcoin expert myself. So, besides a few
yeah.
that I
The
hold.
block bag is amazing. It's actually absolutely incredible.
Hmm.
You should, if you understand what it is, it's pretty amazing.
Oh, nice. Okay. So, how many do you want me to pick? I have a few more.
Yeah, it's something maybe directed Crypto Kid.
Yeah, actually, I wanted to share some advice.
Go for it.
So the other day, I was like cleaning my notes and my reminders and everything, and I stumbled across this. So this is a list. Yeah, the camera is not going to work, but this is
No.
a list of all the notes I took at the first conference I attended that Da Vinci was hosting. And I just wrote down so many stuff. And I will tell you this, look, if you just go if you're passionate about something, and if that is crypto, and you go and attend conferences and you go and show that you're valuable and you're determined to learn, you're going to make so much money from this industry. And I think now is the best time to go and do that because the market is consolidating and you have time to prepare. But yeah, I just came across it the other day and I was like, damn, I was taking these notes when I was 12 and it paid off well. So do the same thing, be passionate, be obsessed, and you'll probably end up performing very well in this cycle.
Yeah, I like it. Yeah, you see, like people are saying Ton founder was arrested, but do you see when we are saying the Bitcoin is superior? Go and arrest the Bitcoin founder, please.
Exactly. Yeah.
You know what
Sure.
I mean?
Go
So,
ahead. I mean, but you know what? It was a BS charge. I mean, it's like,
but it doesn't matter, right? Like if you have someone you can go to and manipulate to ask him or her to do whatever you want, well, how can it be superior? Like Bitcoin, there's no one you can go to and say, stop it. I mean, good luck. Yeah. Where do you go? I mean, you might have some ideas of who could be the founder, but they could say, dude,
well,
what do you want?
He created Bitcoin, right? He's right here.
You caught that one, didn't you?
Yeah, nervous laugh right there.
It was a nice
nobody else caught that. Nobody caught that. And you know what I mean?
I only did because you told me. I only knew because you told me. Otherwise, it was a nice Easter egg there.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, so this is what I'm saying. When people are saying we are building a better Bitcoin, I'm like, guys, the fact that you are showing your face, it's already you failed. Like, that's it. There is nothing else to discuss here, in my opinion, because yeah, I mean, but anyway, it's interesting though, and I agree with you. By the way, Crypto Kid, now is the best time because now everyone is bored, everyone is away, everyone is worried. This is where you want to pay attention, study, buy. No financial advice, but this is, you might want to sell your feet online or open an OnlyFans account, scoop up some money in the side, buy the dip, you know what I mean? Do whatever it takes, man. I'll sell my car if I have to. If Bitcoin drops to the levels we are discussing and they stay consistently over 40K, I'm cycling to work. I don't care. Yeah, I'm going all in, but which, I mean, kind of I am already, but I can, add levels. So
I know.
It'd be amazing.
Didn't Peter Schiff say that's why you shouldn't buy Bitcoin because there's people who are willing to go all in if Bitcoin drops to 10K and sell everything they have?
Psychopaths.
Guys, did you see the, by the way, you said psychopath, and I saw that Bloomberg the other day, they posted, and I sent this to the group. Look at this. So it says crypto owners. Actually, I'll read it off. So it's from Bloomberg's official Instagram, and they say crypto owners are more likely to have psychopathic traits, study finds, according to the University of Miami and the University of Toronto. I'm like, dude, who made this research? Like, come on, man, this is
hey, listen,
unbelievable.
You need to trust the science.
Yes,
the science is clear on this. The vaccine works. And Bitcoiners are
psychopaths.
Do you want your channel to be up, bro? Choose what you're about to say.
Confirming the science, dog. Confirming trust the science.
By the way,
you know what, Loki, I do think that crypto people do have psychopathic traits. I mean, who else would go all into Bitcoin and just live off nothing and want to wait 10 years until it's worth something? So yeah, if you count that in as a psychopath, then yeah, sure, why not?
Yeah, so that's, I guess, then Elon Musk is psychopath because he went all in on his companies, right? Sacrificing his family and time and everything just to see if, his SpaceX and Tesla would work. Right.
Yeah, and by the way, if you read the article, which I did, first of all, the sample is super small. They've taken only a small amount of people, and then they were asking questions like, do you like to gamble? Yes. Okay, psychopath. Okay, great. So what it doesn't even make sense. But I think I'm a psychopath, so it makes sense. I'll accept it. So I'll take it, whatever. I'm selling my feet. I'm planning to sell my feet online, so I'll do whatever I have to do to stack sats. You know what I mean? So yeah, it works. Someone said in the comments. It is what it is, guys. Doesn't matter. These two will pass. Just hold on through September. I promise. October is going to be nice. That's what I'm expecting at least.
Mm-hmm.
But
Oh man. Any other questions? Let's do one more and then we'll call it a day.
let me see. There was something.
Somebody asked something about NFTs. Do you think NFTs will be back?
Yeah, it's the last one. Yeah, on the screen. Yeah, I was looking at that one.
Okay, so
Call
why
me.
don't you guys answer that first and I'll answer it last.
Okay, so I think that NFTs will not be called NFTs because it has too much bad PR behind it. Instead, they're going to call it digital assets, right? Overall, including crypto. And apart from that, I think the next wave of NFTs will probably be driven by consumer blockchain. So real world things, not like profile pictures, but let's say you can put your watch and certify that it's authentic. So when you trade your watch, let's say your Rolex that you bought, you want to sell it in second hand, you give the NFT version with it as well. And the person knows that it's certified by Rolex. This is the real deal. Somebody did not steal it and is therefore trying to launder the money. So it's okay for you to purchase it. I think consumer blockchain and NFT use case in those traditional concepts, they will blow up. But the profile picture side, perhaps in gaming, that will boom again. But in the meantime, I think people see it as a scam. So there will probably be a massive rebrand behind it.
I had a fantastic podcast with the CEO Animoca Brands, Yat, which I'm going to publish probably next week. And we talked about a lot about digital property and digital collectibles. I think the NFT has some trauma attached to it, and people have only seen a tip of the iceberg when it comes to utilities. There will be very much a world, I agree, coming in soon when NFTs are going to be membership cards and all these kind of IDs, video game assets. It's just early, right? So they will come back, maybe I agree, in a different form. I don't know if you guys are watching Into Tech review on YouTube, but there is a lady called iJustine, and she did a video about digital collectibles not long ago, and she did not mention once in the entire video the word NFT, right? But that's what was all about. So I think we will see a lot coming in, but I agree with you, not in the same quote branding. Yeah.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think the NFTs will be rebranded to digital collectibles. But the word NFT is still not, because it's only a negative connotation in our crypto space, which equates to less than 5% of the population. It could come back, the NFT word, into the lexicon. So it's not like it's permanently branded as a negative. Um, but yes, those 5% will say, "Oh, it's a scam," but only a small percentage of that, only a percentage that don't know the technology or just gambling in the NFT space would say it's a scam, right? So, but yeah, I guess quite a few people who were outside of crypto, right, were introduced to NFTs because their favorite fan, whoever they were following, they weren't into crypto, but they talked about NFTs, and and they really wrecked their audience, right? So who knows? Maybe it is bigger. The amount of people that have seen it is bigger than I actually believe.
What I realized, unfortunately, is that a lot of celebrities actually don't have a lot of money. So they're willing to do many things to get money. And the thing with the crypto space is a lot of crypto people do have a lot of money. So they can easily fund to sponsor, collaborate with big celebrities, and, they promote it. And that's the big issue, I find.
All right. Okay, well, that's it for today. Thank you guys for watching. Thanks for all your questions. I really appreciate you all. There is wait a second. There is what's it called? A
Super chat.
super chat. Let's just quickly answer that.
Yeah, I was about to ask if we can read that. So thank you very much for super chat. And it says, hey guys, if you have to choose one coin between Cardano or IOTA to hodl heavily, which one will be the best bet?
Cardano IOTA is the coin that I was trying to figure out which one went down. That went down for several days. I think it was a week.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, I would say Cardano. I like Cardano, by the way. Today is day one of the new hard fork, by the way. So I like Cardano. I would say Cardano. I don't know. What do you think, Da Vinci? Also Cardano between these two?
Cardano, Crypto Kid.
Yeah, I would say Cardano because I don't know too much about IOTA. But yeah, I like Cardano.
All right. Well, thank you guys again, and we'll see you guys next week. Cheers.
Cheers.